Hello, Shell Point. This is your Academy and Volunteer Manager, David Nelson. The March and April Compass has been disseminated to residents, and I am excited to preview another wonderful week of activities and classes being offered to our residents. On Monday, March 2nd at 4 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, Professor Adrian Kerr continues his sweeping exploration of Chinese history, tracing the dramatic transition from the Ming Dynasty to the Qing Dynasty. This lecture examines the rise of Beijing as a political and cultural center, encounters with European powers, the ascent of the Manchu, and the forces that shaped China's path into the modern era. On Wednesday, March 4th at 10 a.m. in Connie Brown Hall, author Robert Macomber presents a compelling account of one of Florida's most turbulent conservation battles. This program explores the fashion craze that fueled the slaughter of native birds, the individuals who profited from it, and the courageous defenders who risked and in some cases lost their lives to protect Florida's wildlife. On Thursday, March 5th at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, in this second installment, Seth Mendel shares life aboard the Ketch Hecate, recounting favorite harbors, years along the Connecticut River, and adventures from Buzzards Bay to Cuttyhunk Island. From navigating flood-stage waters to serving as weekend skipper in Mattapoisett, this engaging talk captures the challenges, joys, and lasting rewards of 4 decades under sail, culminating in Hecate's new chapter on the Chesapeake's eastern shore. On Friday, March 6th at 1 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, local author Jerry Mag highlights the pioneering women whose leadership, resilience, and vision helped shape the communities of Sanibel and Captiva. Through vivid storytelling and historical insight, this presentation celebrates the lasting contributions of the women who influenced the character and heritage of these coastal islands. On Friday, March 6th at 3 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, come discover the imaginative depth and intellectual reach of C.S. Lewis beyond the Chronicles of Narnia. This program explores his acclaimed space trilogy, theological works, and enduring themes of good and evil, free will, and redemption. Presented by Chaplain Greg Anderson of Wheaton College, this lecture reveals how Lewis masterfully blended fantasy, philosophy, and faith to inspire generations of readers. There is an optional dinner with Greg at 5 p.m. in Palm Grill. For reservations, call 239-454-2059. As a reminder, these classes are quickly filling up. Please register through Wellzesta or at the concierge desk to save your spot. Again, my name is David Nelson, your Academy and Volunteer Manager, and this has been your weekly Academy Update. God bless, have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all out and about participating in many of the activities around campus.
Hi, I'm Pastor Andy of the Village Church, and today's message is entitled, Our Favorite Is. God is. John 4:24, Hebrews 12:29, 1 John 1:5, and 1 John 4 verses 8 and 16. It is awesome when an experienced grammarian waxes eloquent about the English language. Here is one example. It depends on what the meaning of the word is. If is means is and never has been, that is one thing. If it means there is none, that was a completely true statement. Wait, what? What did he just say? And just who was that experienced grammarian? Oh yes, we remember, don't we? That was Bill Clinton. He said it during his grand jury testimony back in 1998 in response to an affidavit by Monica Lewinsky. I don't know about you, but I have no idea what he was talking about. But as he muddled as that interchange was, Clinton was right about one thing. The meaning of the word is does depend on its context. In the scriptures, there are hundreds of times that the text says, God is, followed by, of course, explanatory material. God is with you. God is witness between you and me. God is bringing you into a good land, and so on. But when the Bible uses the word is, as applied to God in such a way as to describe His essence, His nature, His character, only 4 such attributes are so identified. Only 4 elements of his character are raised to the level of his essence. God is spirit, John 4:24. Our God is a consuming fire, Hebrews 12:29. God is light, 1 John 1:5. And God is love, 1 John 4, verses 8 and 16. The first 3 are kind of daunting to us mortals. God is spirit reminds us that He is everywhere present. If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. Psalm 139, verse 8. Depending on your relationship to God, that may be very disconcerting. It also reminds us that God can't be corralled or controlled by us mere humans. Heaven and the highest heaven cannot contain you. 2 Chronicles 6:18. God is a consuming fire. Well, we want no part of that. God is light can be overwhelming as well. Remember Paul's encounter on the road to Damascus. He ended up blinded for 3 days. But God is love. That's our favorite. We like that one. At least it feels good to us. But what does it mean? And what does it mean that God is love? And what difference does it make? Is this attribute of God's essence merely an academic concern, something professors and seminarians argue about? Or does it affect me? Does it change us? That's what 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8 addresses. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. Maybe is means more than we think, at least in this case. Thanks for listening. I'm Pastor Andy.
Hi ShellPoint, I'm Jim Clark, your Director of Employee Ministry, and we just this last week had 30 middle school students, our children and grandchildren of our employees, here for an amazing day called Career Quest. The children got to choose a career path to go behind the scenes and experience hands-on learning about healthcare, dining, skilled trades, marketing, or event planning. And we sent them out all over ShellPoint's campus as our departments welcomed the kids into their areas and gave them some amazing experiences to learn more about what they might like to do someday. Here's some of the video to see how we spent our day.
Hello ShellPoint, my name is Megan.
And my name is Kenesha. We are here with a group of 6th through 8th graders for Career Quest.
Our parents work at ShellPoint, so we visit to learn more about all the kinds of jobs people do here.
Thanks for watching today. Who knows, maybe someday we might work at ShellPoint too.
Hi, I'm Kenesha, and I'm here at the Cheerleader Plant for the Career Quest. Now what does the Cheerleader Plant do? Let's go find out and see.
Hi. Hey, this is Kevin. So Kevin, what are we doing here?
So today we have different stations set up for the kids to go through. So we have a plumbing station behind us where they can scope a pipe to see what's causing the blockage, see what's inside of it, and remove it. They're doing pro press with the copper pipes and fittings. We have an electrical station over on the other side where the kids can actually wire their own lights and make those. And we have an HVAC area as well where they get to learn all about air conditioning, and they get to see some welding in action.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We're excited.
That was a fun day here at the trailer plant. I got to see plumbing, and I got to see welding, and they even made me this cross. And the most important thing was I got to drive the tractor. Well, that wraps my day. Bye, Shell Point.
Hi, I'm Karen Hall, and I live at Nautilus Court. And I'm here today to tell you about a book called The Chosen. So far, 5 seasons of The Chosen, a series on the life of Jesus, have been produced for TV. Each of these 5 seasons has a novel that goes with it. The title of the book series is also called The Chosen. The author of these 5 books is Jerry Jenkins, a New York Times best-selling author and the father of Dallas Jenkins, the producer of the acclaimed TV series. The novels follow the TV series, but add a fuller, deeper insight into the characters. The narrative, rather than duplicating the visual format, adds a look into the fears, motivation, and reasoning of the characters. The books help explain why the individuals react as they do, things that are only hinted at in the TV series. The video and book form a complementary relationship. The TV series is dialogue, action, and performance, while the book shares the thoughts, motivation, and the backstory for what is occurring. The books don't assume you've seen the episodes. Characters are introduced clearly. Scenes and motivations are explained in ways that stand on their own. They add context rather than depending on visuals. Inner thoughts, background detail, and emotions are expanded in the books, which can actually make the story easier to follow for readers who prefer text. Here's an example of the book's enhancing character development. It's a description of Mary Magdalene, who has been transformed, becoming a follower of Jesus. Quoting, "She barely recognizes herself anymore. She feels like an entirely new being, fulfilled, happy, joyous to the soles of her feet. She has purpose now. She has been called to follow him, to learn from him, to bring others under his influence. She knew he was not of this world. Plainly a man, of course, but of God, from God. He was sent for a purpose far beyond common reason. And while he can have fun, it seems like his every serious comment is so earnest, so deep." Viewers and readers are drawn in, not because they are being taught, but because they are being involved in the story. Imagine what it might have felt like to encounter Jesus as a real person, in real circumstances. Many people find that it renews their engagement with the scripture by awakening curiosity and empathy. Some connect better through reading than watching. From my own personal experience, I find the books allow me to revisit a character I've forgotten. Or if I find myself forgetting what angle they bring to the story, I can go back and read that relevant section. That helps me follow the storyline and discover something I missed on the screen. Who was that character? Why did he do what he did? The Chosen series stands out because it tells a familiar story in an unfamiliar way, through the eyes of people whose lives were changed by Jesus over time. It shows their fears, hopes, doubts, humor, and transformations. So fully human. These were people who questioned, struggled, joked, just as we do. The Chosen enjoys a broad appeal, succeeding because it focuses on relationships between Jesus and his followers, and between the story and the connections to what we go through in our day. The library has a copy of each of these 5 novels. The church library is where you would find these, and it's open every day for anyone to self-check out. The books and the DVDs are also available anywhere books are sold. You can also watch the series by going to thechosen.tv. There are more seasons in the works. I look forward to what is yet to come.
I just want to do a good howdy doody.
You take it away, Joe.
Howdy doody, Shell Point. I'm Joe Knapp here with the good lady, Jenny Walker, and we are so excited to invite you to our upcoming Rhinestone Cowgirl Buffet.
That's right. This is going to be taking place on Monday, March 9th, starting at 4:30, right here at View Restaurant. Yeehaw!
Chef Sean's wrangling up a great menu for y'all. Cost will be $28, so come on down and see us at the View.
Reservations can be made at View Restaurant. Just call View and set up your requested time, and we can't wait to see you there. Yeehaw!
Perfect.
Hello, Shell Point. I am Sally Brumfield from the Legacy Foundation, and we are having a very special Parkinson's Symposium on March 30th from 1 to 4 at the Village Church. This is a very important program, and we have the distinct honor of having a special guest that we are interviewing today, and this is Dr. Mandy Burr. How are you today?
Oh, very well, thank you, and thank you for the invitation.
Well, thank you, and thanks for doing this today. I know how busy you are, and we really appreciate you coming to be with us today, or us coming to you. We're in the doctor's office. How cool is this?
Yeah.
So can you tell me just a little bit about what brought you here to Florida, and then talk a little bit about what some new things that are happening in Parkinson's and neurology?
Well, it was a fortuitous opportunity for me. My mother lives in Sarasota. She's by herself, and I was actually looking for a job like this.
Okay.
And it just opened up. I came down here. It's like finding the bast soil to plant your garden. And really, it's been a really nice 2 years that I've been here. Almost 3 years I've been here now.
Very good. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad we have your expertise here. So why is it important for our community to have a dedicated symposium for this, this type of disorder and movement disorders?
Well, I believe a lot in education. I think that the more you know, the more you can make an informed decision about your own health and well-being. I come from a university background. I was a professor of neurosurgery up in Ohio, and we taught. And I went out and taught community, I taught students, other doctors. I said, the more people who know about this stuff, the more that they can make good decisions.
Sure. And we know a lot of people, we're out at Shell Point, and so a lot of our residents have maybe not had Parkinson's, but have had other movement disorders, and then or have had loved ones. So we thought it was really important, and we're glad that you're coming to show us all this stuff. Now, is there anything new that you kind of want to talk about, or something you're doing in your neck of the woods that maybe we haven't seen yet, or anything like that?
Well, I can tell you what we have. We have the latest technology, all from operating room to implants. We use everything. Okay. There are 3 main companies that make the DBS device, the deep brain stimulators.
Okay.
We use them all. We are top of the line trained. I go around the country and teach people how to do this stuff too. So we have everything here. So patients, prospective patients, don't need to go anywhere else. They can just come right down here, right down the street.
And you're the surgeon that does this.
That is correct. Yeah.
And I see you have a little some things behind
you.
Yes.
Can
you show us what those are?
A little bit of show and tell.
Oh, good. We like that.
I can go through all this, and I will show you what it is. So for anybody who has seen a heart pacemaker, the companies that make heart pacemakers also make these devices. Okay, so it's very analogous. So the same, it's a battery and some wires, basically. So the main part is a battery. This little battery, it's a rechargeable battery. Okay. It goes under the skin, just like a heart pacemaker battery does. Okay. There's a device, here it is, this thing, this is the charger. So you know how you have a cell phone and you have those pads, you can just lay the cell phone on it and it'll charge? This is like that pad. And so all you have to do is push one button, it's super easy. Under the skin, here, push a button, it beeps, and that's charging. That's it.
Okay.
It's that easy. Patients can wear like a scarf, special scarf with a pocket, and it'll charge their battery. So wherever their battery is, usually left or right side, it's up to the patient. Yeah. Okay. So other parts are also what we call the business end. Yeah, is this. It's the end of the wire. You can see how small it is. So it's really almost like a string. And it's got these little metal parts on the end. This is where the stimulus comes out. And we can turn on and off any combination. And it's hard to see here, but the middle two are divided into 3 segments. So we can actually steer the stimulus kind of like a searchlight.
Okay.
Searching for that right spot.
Okay.
Yeah. The procedure has been around for quite a long time, so decades.
Okay.
I've been doing it for decades. And the literature, and if you speak to any patients who have had this done, will say that the outcomes are tremendous. There's strong literature support on patients should be considered for this. Now, there are personal reasons maybe patients may not want, which is fine. But I think, like we talked about earlier about education, at least you know.
Right, and it's an alternative. So something like this, what would be the main things that would help with this device?
So we have a formal vetting process. Most universities who do this do the same way, and me coming from university, I just brought all that down here. And when we see a prospective patient, we will perform these tests. A lot of them have to do with the medications, also with memory and other kinds of things, a little more in-depth neurocognitive evaluations, and then we bring the patients back and we review the testing results and say, okay, you had a good result. Patients who have good result, meaning they have significant symptoms, the symptoms can at least partially be improved with medication, and they're cognitively okay.
Sure.
So if you have an older, fragile patient who has memory problems, this may not be for them. If you have a younger patient who takes a lot of medication and has a lot of fluctuations in their symptoms, that's a great candidate.
Okay. So. That's great. Well, this has already been very educational for me because I had never seen that before. So I'm glad that you brought your show and tell.
Oh, good. Love it.
All right.
We use this also a lot for tremor. Okay. So it's used for patients, non-Parkinson tremor, can be Parkinson tremor, or other symptoms of Parkinson's. The stiffness, the slowness, patients may get dyskinesia, so the wiggling around. So if anybody's seen Michael J. Fox during the congressional hearings where he was wiggling around, you know, those symptoms can be very helped by this procedure. There are also conditions called dystonia, non-Parkinson's. We can do DBS for them. It's one of the few things that really can help that patient population.
Well, that's good, and that's wonderful that we have these techniques and devices that can help this disease, because I know it can be debilitating and hard, you know, on the patient. So, well, I'm really looking forward to hearing more about your studies and your these devices, and seeing all the different partners that are coming that day. And then we have another doctor, Dr. Mercer, is that right?
Yes. We recruited Dr. Mercer to handle the neurology side. So I'm the neurosurgery side, he's the neurology, so we're a team.
Very nice. Well, good. Well, this is going to be very exciting, and we're really looking forward to seeing you.
Me too.
So, Shell Point, I hope that you sign up on Wellzesta and come to our Parkinson's Symposium on March 30th at the Village Church. And we hope to see you there, and there will be cookies.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Kelly McBain, manager of the Tribby, and I'm delighted to invite you to a very special evening of classical music. We are proud to present Simone Dinnerstein, one of today's most captivating and distinctive artists, internationally acclaimed for her poetic artistry and expressive depth. Dinnerstein brings an emotional power to every performance. She's celebrated worldwide for her groundbreaking interpretation of Bach's Goldberg Variations and her imaginative, thought-provoking programming. She creates musical experiences that are both timeless and deeply personal. Her performances invite audiences to truly listen, reflect, and be moved. This promises to be an unforgettable evening of extraordinary piano artistry, and there are still a few tickets available at our box office. We would love for you to join us for this remarkable performance, sponsored by our Classical Circle. We look forward to welcoming you here at the Tribby. Come join us.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Jim Clark, your Director of Employee Ministry, and we just this last week had 30 middle school students, our children and grandchildren of our employees, here for an amazing day called Career Quest. The children got to choose a career path to go behind the scenes and experience hands-on learning about healthcare, dining, skilled trades, marketing, or event planning. And we sent them out all over Shell Point's campus as our departments welcomed the kids into their areas and gave them some amazing experiences to learn more about what they might like to do someday. Here's some of the video to see how we spent our day.
Hi, my name is Gene.
And my name is Matthew. We are here for a group of 6th through 8th graders for Career Quest.
Our parents work at Shell Point, so we visit to learn more about all the kind of jobs people do here.
Thanks for watching today. Who knows, maybe someday we might work at Shell Point too.
Hi, my name is Nathan, and I'm here to interview Benjamin. What is the position that you do at Shell Point?
So my position is Life Quest program for them. And what I get to do is to bring to the assisted living buildings the 6 dimensions of levels. And that's usually compiled of physical, social, intellectual, spiritual, and environmental. So what does that really look like? So we do activity programs, we play bingo, we have birthday parties, we have Christmas events, we have outside gatherings, we go on Walmart trips, market trips, we go to Tribby for music programs, so it's endless the amount of things that we get to do. That's nice. What are you doing with the kids and so for Career Quest, we're here at Kings Crown today, and we're just really learning about what it all involves about nursing and healthcare. So right now, some of the kids are connecting with the nursing department. We had a tour, and in a little bit, we're going to go and participate in some activity. And of course, we're going to have some lunch. Do you know some residents? I know many of us, and they're all wonderful. Probably one of the biggest reasons I work here is to find some kind of residents. They are just very giving, and I love them dearly.
Well, greetings, Shell Point. We're going to do a little bit of a different update today. We're here at the chiller plant. If you're not familiar with the chiller plant is, it's essentially right behind the Trivia Arts Center. And with me today are Paul Bretones. Paul's the chiller plant manager, and Brent Ballantyne's the assistant manager. These two guys know all the mechanical stuff on this campus. And if we need to find a pipe or something that has a problem, they know where it is, which is they're great to have. So we're just going to kind of take you through the plant here a little bit and show you what it does, tell you what it does, what buildings it cools, and what buildings it does not cool. So it's kind of split up, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yep.
The only thing that's not cooled off the plant is the garden apartments on the island.
Right. Paul's been here. How long have you been here?
25 years.
25 years. And Brent?
I've been here 5 years.
5 years. Okay. So when was the chiller plant built?
It was built in 1999.
1999, which is going to make it 27
26.
years old, right? We're in 27 years old. So it was brand new basically when you got here.
When I got here in 2000, we just started the one chiller here,
Yep.
and that took care of Oakmont and the Commons.
One chiller. And how many chillers we have now?
Now we have 6 1200s, 1 600, and then 2 300 air cools on the roof.
Okay. So we've been expanding.
We've been expanding over years. It was done in 3 phases.
Yep. Okay. And how many miles of underground pipe is there for the chiller plant?
The main line is 5 miles.
5 miles of pipe.
Yeah, 2.5 miles going to the mid-rise buildings and 2.5 miles coming back to the plant.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty impressive. So, so we have all these chillers now, and so let's just start with the campus. So up at Waterside, nothing is on the chiller plant, correct?
Correct.
So that'd be at the Welcome Center, the Springs, Larson Health Center have their own units for their building.
Correct.
All okay. So at the Coastal Links neighborhood, the Estuary Enclave have their own.
Oh.
They're not on. So the Wright Wellness Center.
Yes, Trivia Arts.
Trivia Arts Center and Eagles Preserve.
And Eagle Preserve, the Woodlands, and just about everything on island except for the garden apartment.
Right. Okay. So from this point on north, it's on the plan.
Yes.
Correct, except for the garden courts.
Except for the garden court.
Super. All righty. So we're getting ready to expand the chiller plant a little bit more, correct? And replace some equipment.
Yes.
So a lot of this equipment is as old as the plant. Is that correct?
Correct.
So
Chiller
it's-
1 is exactly 26 years old.
Okay. So time to start replacing. So
but it is the most reliable chiller we have in the plant.
well, of course. You've been here 25 years and you're reliable.
I'm
So-
reliable. I get up every day.
That's right. That's right. All right. So Brent, tell us kind of what we're going to do with the expansion.
So with the expansion, we're going to add another water chiller and another ice chiller.
Okay.
The ice chillers make the ice at night, and that gives us our savings on power so that we can burn ice during the
Yeah,
day.
so take everybody through that, the ice tanks and how many we have and when you run it, when you don't run it.
So currently we have 236 ice tanks. We charge those ice tanks at night when the power, so you have on-peak and off-peak power rates. At night, the power is cheaper, so we charge those ice tanks at night. And then during the day, depending winter months or summer months, we burn ice for about 9 hours a day, 9.5 hours a day. And what that does is allow us to cool the property running 2 pumps at a time. You don't have to run any chillers, you can just burn the ice. So with the expansion of adding an ice chiller and a water chiller, it brings our redundancy back, and we can add another 80 ice tanks to the 236 that we currently have. And what that allows is us to run a full shift of burning ice without having to help it, assist it.
With chillers as we do now.
So like during the summer, we're running the ice, you're burning ice, but you're also running a chiller, which kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
Defeats our purpose of energy savings.
Yeah.
But
okay.
With the expansion, that'll allow us to do a full shift again.
Okay. Okay. So that's great. And then, so we're adding 80 ice tanks. So that'll take care of the peak, off peak, and whatnot.
Yes.
And then we're going to start a process of replacing equipment. Am I correct?
So
okay.
the adding the 2 chillers, the ice chiller and the water chiller, allows you to actually take stuff offline to replace it.
Existing equipment.
Existing equipment offline because you have equipment that's running.
We have redundancy
We
there.
have redundancy back.
Okay.
So we can take equipment offline, pull it out, replace it, and put new equipment in.
Great. Good. And that'll be over a few years that we do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Well,
yeah. Just because of
we,
the cost.
Yes.
We're going to
There's
spread the cost out a
on
little.
the plant right now of the chillers and their life expectancy. So we'll be changing the ones that are at their end of life.
Okay. All right. One thing, just a little sidebar from the chiller plant. Let's talk a little bit about the FPL feeds that come into Shell Point. There's 2, correct?
Correct.
From two different areas of campus, and they are.
Well, our main feeds come off Davis Road. There's 2 separate substations where we're fed from there, and we also have an emergency manual switch that comes off of Shell Point Boulevard.
Right. Okay.
So it's pretty redundant.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been here when they've had to switch over, and it's a process in the vault down below.
Yeah.
And only the FPL guys go in there to do that, and they're very careful about doing it. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay. So, what else about the plant? What are we looking at right here, right behind you?
Right here, you're looking at chillers. This is a water chiller, or ice
That's
chiller.
ice chiller, and
Ice
another
chiller.
ice chiller. 3
Okay.
ice chillers in a row.
Yep.
So you have 3 ice chillers in here currently that make ice at night. You have 3 1,200-ton water chillers, and then you have 1 600-ton water chiller, and then you have 2 300-ton water chillers on the roof.
Okay.
So it gives you a diversity of running it. Sometimes you need more tonnage, sometimes you need less. It allows you to kind of really dial it in to run it efficiently as you can.
Okay. And since we're going through a winter this year and having a little colder temperatures, how about heating?
So heating here downstairs, we have boilers. There's 12 million BTU of boilers downstairs that provides the heating water for a lot of the campus, the Woodlands and Eagles Preserve, and it also provides the domestic hot water for Woodlands and Eagles Preserve. They're downstairs and they run and keep the water hot.
And how many boilers are there?
There's 9 currently.
Okay. But in the new expansion reconfiguration, we're going to 4?
Yeah, the new expansion, currently you're going to go to 4 boilers. There are 4 boilers that are bigger. So they're 4 million BTUs apiece. So that'll up your capacity to 16 million BTUs at full capacity. They're a lot more space conscious than older boilers. So it frees up space and they're more efficient and they run a lot better.
That's a good thing about doing this equipment replacements. The efficiency of the equipment over 25 years has changed quite a bit, right?
A lot.
Yeah. Well, good.
And we also get some rebates for them.
Well, there you go. Rebates are good.
Yes.
Just like energy savings are good.
Energy savings
All
are
right.
great.
Well, good.
And
All right.
With the boilers downstairs, there'll be one that's always a backup.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Well, I know a lot of residents will be happy about that. Make sure they have heat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
During these cold winters, because we're getting it this year for some reason. All right. Anything else about the plant you can tell us, or you want to tell us? Nope. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
It is monitored 24/7,
Yeah.
hours a day, 7 days a week between me and Brent. And even though it's not manned, it's monitored.
Yep.
So
Yep.
any little hiccup, we'll know about it.
Yeah. So power outages, you guys know. Plant shuts down for some reason, you know. Certain piece of equipment goes down, you know. Okay. Even when you're at home sleeping.
Yes.
Well,
Like last night.
sleeping for a while.
Last night at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, okay. Well, all right. Well, great. I appreciate you guys taking the time to just kind of take us briefly through the plant and how important it is to the campus. And we'll just keep making it better and better. And hope everybody enjoyed today's informational session on the chiller plant. And the new buildings of Vista K and the Island Commons will be as part of the chiller plant. Yes. So it's critical as we head into the new construction. I know these guys are involved with the engineers and the architects to make sure that the connections are right. They are up there quite a bit with the White's construction, just showing them where the pipes run, especially right now with Grandview and at the intersection inside the guardhouse. They've gone through it, the guys. Locates has been out. They've marked through radar where everything is. But still, we're very cautious when we dig up there and make sure we don't hit something accidentally. Because with this campus as old as this is, there's things that just appear and were put in place and nobody really knows. So so far, everybody's done a great job. And again, I certainly appreciate the knowledge that these guys have to make sure everything works well. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back with you next week with another update. Take care.
Hi, I'm Andy Hawkins. I'm the senior pastor here at the Village Church, and I'm here with my new friend and colleague, Paul Thorlickson. Paul is the Minister of Worship and Music here at the Village Church, and we're delighted to have you join us and our staff and really the Shell Point community. Thank you for being here, Paul.
Already having fun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Paul has come to us from, tell us where you came from.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you were serving in a couple of roles up there, weren't you?
That's correct, yes. I was a professor of music at Lancaster Bible College, and I was Minister of Music and Worship at Highland Presbyterian Church.
Yep. Well, we're thrilled to have you with us, and we're looking forward to great ministry together. But we're actually here also to talk about a very special event that's coming up here at the Village Church and in the Shell Point community, and we're calling it sort of the Wheaton Weekend.
Right.
There are a lot of Wheaton people here, a lot of people who have graduated from Wheaton or came from the Chicago area, that kind of thing, that are very interested in the great programs and people that are provided provided for by Wheaton College. And coming up in March 6th through 8th, we have this Wheaton Weekend, and we have not only a special speaker. His name is Greg Anderson, who is the graduate chaplain at Wheaton College, but he's also a C.S. Lewis scholar. And so he's going to be presenting an academy class in the Grand Cypress Room on Friday afternoon, March 6th at 3 o'clock. And so that'll be a fascinating presentation, and he'll also be the main speaker on Sunday morning in our worship service. But speaking of our worship services, both of them on Sunday morning, tell us who our guests are going to be.
So accompanying Greg will actually be the Wheaton Chorale and Orchestra, which is presenting their main concert in the evening, but during the service, they're going to do really most of the service music and worship along with Greg. So it's going to be just a fantastic opportunity to come to both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they have 50-some singers, and they have maybe about 20 musicians that are in the orchestra.
Maybe even a little bit larger than that.
Maybe even larger than that.
Yeah.
So it'll be a very special day, both the morning service at 10 and the evening service, which is their concert, at 6. And tell us about the concert. Yeah.
So the concert is called the Messiah Project because it is the music of Handel's Messiah, but they're only doing a portion of it. You're not going to have to sit there for 3 hours. They're going to do about 80 minutes. And they're doing it in a very creative way. The choir will be constantly moving. In fact, even the orchestra will be moving because as a basis of it, it's sort of, underscored by Baroque dance forms. So they want to get it moving. So it's going to be just a fantastic experience for you to experience Messiah in this format.
I think it'll be extraordinarily fresh and new for a lot of people,
Absolutely.
even those who know the Messiah very, very well. So that's the Wheaton Weekend. Let's review those times. Friday afternoon, Greg Anderson will be speaking on C.S. Lewis. He's called it The Worlds of C.S. Lewis in the Grand Cypress Room, 3 o'clock on the 6th of March. And then on March 8th, morning service at 10 o'clock, and then the evening concert at 6 o'clock with the Wheaton Chorale and the Messiah Project.